Alright folks, Sunday, it's here. 4th of July was yesterday, so happy 4th to all you Americans out there. Those that consider yourselves patriotic, hats off. I very much consider myself patriotic. Though I do despise my government lock, stock, and barrel. The corruption levels are just out of hand worldwide, but I see it here in my homeland, you know, my little microcosm of area. Okay, so the shop, you know, for the most part we've let the Daryl go. He couldn't understand that, so I had to state it in terms he could get. I don't have anything for you this week, go home. He'll show up Monday, tomorrow, I'll have to tell him the same thing. It's been desperately slow around the shop. We've been waiting for projects and money and parts. We've, I think, turned something of a page where we've got stuff coming in with how well, not how much. Are we capable? Absolutely. Nobody's ponied up the money, time, and patience to really do that. Were we capable of that a year ago? No, not really. We didn't have the space really to spread out a project and make it happen. Give it the details it needs. Gosh. So we're plugging away. I got a weird one though. I gotta go look at a sculpture on Monday. I'm not privy to really release a lot of details yet because I don't know how tight-lipped the owner or the facilitator of this project is. I'll find all this information out tomorrow, see if I can even shoot footage or pictures of it. I'll get pictures, I just don't know if I can publish them. So that being said, it proves to be interesting. I feel like I'm playing chicken with my last dime in the shop's well-being and my family's well-being. I've not made the desperate calls to get car lot work, parking lot cars in. They're a money-losing proposition for us. In a conversation I was having online, collision shops cannot make money on a restoration, and restoration shops really can't make money on collisions. Two different mindsets, two different organizational factors. There you go. Looked into Google Sheets, though. I'm going to get a little desktop set up. It's a computer. Wow, I can't talk. Desktop set up in the shop. I'll get a printer for it. That way the boys can print off worksheets every week and submit them. This is their times in. We're going to more jobs. When you go to how well, not how much, you're going to jobs that bill hourly. Our hourly rate comes down into a significant fashion, by a significant fashion, for that type of work, but we're not losing hours. We don't have to try to see an entire project. We just have to work on what's in front of us. So we don't lose money that way. That's going to be, I feel, probably the savior of our shop financially. And then doing other various tasks. I've put up ads for stainless steel polishing. I've had ads up for lead work, especially on motorcycles. So we're doing what we can to move forward. We actually have the landlord there in our corner. They are submitting a new site plan. It sounds like they're getting the building and properly reevaluated, rezoned, which would be fucking huge for us. I was looking for being there a year or two and then having to move again somewhere, and I still intend to move somewhere where I've got frontage. We'll get a dealer's license and start playing with some of these other things. Got that 51 panel in again. Got the sand rail in again. So those are interesting projects. Those are interesting projects. The panel's going to be how well, and I'm actually looking to get sponsorships. I think we're going to aim at pushing it out to SEMA in 2017. So I got a minute, but it's going to take a minute. Found a couple different places that can media blast the body. I found a chassis to build, so it's exciting. My personal challenge to me is that I'm going to get the administrative sorted out and organized. I'm going to get someone part-time to come in and sort receipts and enter into the computer, because I've never done that. I've got the receipts. A lot of them are at least divvied up in an appreciable fashion. So we're going to start getting our office side squared away. I'm going to work on that next week. That's when I'm going to start working on it. The other personal challenge to me is I'm going to put up a video every day this week. 7 days in a row. I'm going to put up a video every day this week. And I'm going to try to make none of them vlogs other than Sundays. So we'll see how that shakes out. The grievance I have with society as a whole, and I weep a little bit every time I look at news, my news feed or anything else. We've become a nation of apologists and dependents. Let's start with constitutional and statutory law. Did you know, if I tell you shut the fuck up, you can't say that here, get out of my shop, I'm not infringing your First Amendment right? I'm not an agent of the government. That doesn't pertain to law in general. There's going to be some grumps about this, but this is fact. This is how the law is written. Law is not ethical. Law is not moral. And law has zero to do with theology, faith, or religion. Zero. It's strictly the code of law, be it constitutional or statutory. In that facet stating marriage has zero consequential value on gender or anything else. It's age. Are you of legal age to enter into a contract? A marriage, as per statute and constitutional law in America, is nothing more than the forming of an LLP, limited liability partnership, by legal standards, by legal document, by legal writ. It has no moral implications. It has no romantic implications. It's a fiscal partnership with rights and responsibilities to your partner. So it's passed. It's, I guess, legal in all 50 states to allow marriages to anybody. That being stated, if it comes to an impasse where something happens of that nature, and oh well, you're a guy and you're a guy, I can't give you a marriage license. The problem with that is, at that point, they can go back through, in my opinion, from how I understand the law, from how I see the law, you're deeming those people incompetent to enter into contract. Any other contract, mortgage, credit card, they can default on and go, it's not my fault, I'm incompetent. Look, the United States government says so. All right, it's contractual law. That's what it is. Business law 101, go to college, learn basics. Just learn the basic laws. Your religious, your ethical, your moral implications on that subject have nothing to fucking do with this. Period. Your Bible even says you're not the one to judge. They got to take that up with whatever higher power they deal with, okay? We're apologetic twats. We have a government with a level of corruption beyond anything we've seen since the fall of Rome. Yeah, the fall of Rome. These are the last days of Rome, folks. The spectators and spectacles to be seen. Burning flags, walking on flags, banning flags, flying flags. Fuck it, it's flags. All that time you were distracted, they passed a bill giving our presidential cabinet imperialistic power over foreign affairs. You fucking idiots, wake up. Pick up your guns and fix it. It's coming close to that. It's at such a escalated level of corruption at this point. It may take a gun barrel to fix it. I don't know. I weep for that concept, that fact, but something's got to happen. Our level of corruption actually escalated about the time that the Kennedy was silenced. Nobody wanted to fuck with anybody after that. You scatter someone's head across national television, it has a tendency to make people slow down. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. My state that I live in, Iowa, we got a new gas tax, we got new cigarette tax, we got new tax. They need more money. They always need more fucking money. A year ago, we were sitting on $1 billion surplus. No one fucking knows where it went. There's no accounting that can show where this $1 billion went. Nobody's in jail. Nobody's shot. Nobody's hung. What the fuck is that, people? I'm not looking for handouts. I live below the level of poverty and I make things work. I make it happen because I can, because that's in my makeup of character. Too many people don't have that anymore. Am I talking directly to you folks? Probably not. You wouldn't be watching this shit if you had the apologetic makeup of so many others. So that's my rant. That's what I'm pissed off about. That's why I'm pissed off. I see a bunch of weak-kneed, little-livered little twats out there crying about their personal space. My rights end where yours pick up. And your rights end where mine pick up. Don't step on mine, I won't step on yours. That's how I feel about it. That's what I feel about it. Race, that's a big issue. Here's this news fucking flash. We're all of the human race. We can have babies together. We can share blood via transfusions, organs. We're all the same fucking people. You can trace back individual lineages and cultural backgrounds and ethnic backgrounds. Do that. Know where you come from. But don't hate someone else because of their cultural, ethnic background. I love my cultural and ethnic background. It's a large part of me. It's a large part of my faith. It doesn't mean I look down my nose at someone else who's different. I actually appreciate that, and I ask them questions. I engage in intellectual conversations without judgment, without tongue-in-cheek candor, with honest and earnest consideration for them, their ancestry, and their experiences in life. It rounds me out better as a human being, in my opinion. Darren, I gotta say thank you so much. You posted up that video, gave a brief breezer of how the torsion bar set up on VW van tears down. I've got a sandrail, it's got a VW drivetrain, I gotta fuck with it. The torsion bars are either missing, broken, or misaligned, I don't know. So I gotta tear this whole thing apart because it's got zero suspension, and it's in that torsion bar that you showed me. So there we go. We got work going on. I'm not apologizing for who I am, even though I'm an asshole. I'm not going to apologize for the weak twats that can't fucking go out and do for themselves. And I love my country and I'm disgusted by my government. I'm going to go inside, put this up, relax, hang out with my family, and tomorrow I'm going to go kick ass again. Bust my ass, work my ass off. The American dream is still out there, folks. It's not dead. All you have to do is have the balls to pick up and take it. Thank you all so much for coming. Look for a video every day this week. You'll see that stuff coming out. I gotta go look at the sculpture Monday. That should be really, really cool and interesting. Speaking of culture, it is a cultural piece from pre-Columbian Mesoamerica. I think I'm safe getting that far, that close to detail. Reproduction made back in the 80s. So you guys have a great week. I'll see y'all soon. thumbs up, thumbs down, they're below there. Comments, love letters, death threats, suggestions. I'm open. I'm ears open. I'm out. You folks have a great day.